Hello everyone and a big welcome to the channel. I want to talk about Blackpool Pleasure Beach today. Specifically, I want to discuss if they should charge non-riders to enter the park. Now, this is a topic that I've seen a lot of people really get into online. It seems to be something that people really want to discuss and share their opinions on. So please comment your thoughts on this down below. So long story short, for a lot of years, the Pleasure Beach operated as a free to enter park, which meant that anyone who wished to walk about the park could do so without having to pay any costs. The Pleasure Beach then introduced a non-rider ticket option, which forced non-riding guests to pay a small fee in order to get into the park. However, since the COVID pandemic, the Pleasure Beach have chosen to completely remove the non-rider ticket option, meaning that non-riders now have to pay the exact same full-price ticket as a rider would in order to just enter the park. Now, the Pleasure Beach appear to be not in favour of returning to operating as a free-to-enter park. They have stated in the past that the free-to-enter status that the park had had for decades did put extra pressure on the park's facilities, which then led to extra expenses for the Pleasure Beach. Like, for example, they would have to perhaps hire more security staff members. Many people also would argue that the Pleasure Beach felt safer without being free to enter. Honestly, in my personal opinion, I don't think that the Pleasure Beach should operate as a free-to-enter park. Although I do think that being able to enter the Pleasure Beach whenever I wanted to would be awesome without having to pay anything, I also think that in today's society, it simply wouldn't work. I feel like it wouldn't work for a few reasons. Number one, I feel like the park wouldn't be able to control the number of guests that are going in and out of the park, and that could very easily lead to an overcrowding problem. Number two, I personally would feel safer inside of the park, knowing that it would not be a free-to-enter park. And thirdly, I do believe that operating the park as free to enter would probably increase expenses unnecessarily for the Pleasure Beach. However, at the same time, I am definitely against forcing non-riders to pay full price for a ticket. So I think that they should definitely bring back the non-rider ticket option, because that to me just seemed like a really good middle ground for everyone. Non-riders wouldn't be paying full price for a ticket, and then the Pleasure Beach would be happy because non-riders aren't getting into the park for free. I honestly think that they should charge non-riders maybe something like maybe £5 or £10, as I do feel like asking non-riders to pay like £40 for a ticket just to walk about is very, very expensive. I personally wouldn't pay that amount, and I definitely wouldn't expect anybody else to either. The last time I was visiting the Pleasure Beach, someone was actually very unhappy at the fact that they would be paying full price as a non-rider, and this person ended up leaving her two sons alone in the park for the day because she actually refused to pay full price to enter the park as a non-rider. And honestly, seeing her walk away from her sons that morning was a little bit sad to me, because visiting somewhere like this, like the Pleasure Beach, should be a family fun day out, and it's a shame that non-riders are currently being expected to pay full price for a ticket. But anyway, what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section down below. If you like this video, leave it a thumbs up. If you're new here, click on that subscribe button, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye everyone.